Have you ever studied English for years, memorized hundreds of grammar rules, and yet the moment you try to speak with a native speaker, you freeze up or feel like you sound like a reading textbook?
That happens because textbooks teach formal classroom English, while native speakers use casual, natural expressions every single day. If you stay with us through this conversation, you will master the essential everyday English words and phrases that will instantly transform your speaking confidence and make you sound completely natural.
Welcome, everyone, to today's lesson. If you are searching for an easy English podcast designed to help you learn English, improve English listening, and master English for daily life, you are in the exact right place. I am your host, Emily, and today I am joined by our guest, David. So many of our viewers reach out asking for simple English conversation for beginners so they can stop translating sentences in their head and start speaking English fluently.
It is an absolute pleasure to be here, Emily. When people search online for practical lessons, they often look up everyday English words you must know to speak like a native, English conversation practice, because everyone wants high-frequency vocabulary they can use immediately. Today, we are going to break down those exact words, phrasal verbs, and daily expressions step by step.
That is right. Instead of memorizing long lists of rare words you will never use, focusing on practical vocabulary is the fastest shortcut to speak English fluently. Let us begin with our first major category, native alternatives to basic textbook words.
In traditional English classes, students are taught words like very tired, very busy, or very happy. While these phrases are grammatically correct, native English speakers rely on richer, more expressive everyday words. For example, instead of saying I am very tired, a native speaker will usually say I am exhausted or I am beat.
Let us explain these words clearly. The word exhausted means extremely tired, both physically and mentally. If you had a long day at work or school, saying I am exhausted sounds much more natural than I am very tired. Another casual option is beat. You can say, what a long day. I am completely beat.
What about the phrase very busy, Emily? How do native speakers express that when doing daily English conversation practice?
Instead of very busy, native speakers frequently use the word swamped. When you say, I am swamped with work, it paints a vivid picture that you have a huge pile of tasks on your desk. You can also say, I am snowed under. For example, I would love to grab coffee with you today, but I am totally swamped with projects.
That is an excellent phrase to add to your daily vocabulary. Another common textbook line is, I understand. While I understand is polite, native speakers in everyday settings often say, I get it, or that makes sense.
Exactly. If a friend is explaining a difficult situation to you, saying, I get it, or that makes total sense, shows empathy and keeps the conversation flowing naturally. It is perfect for English speaking practice.
Now let us explore our second category, natural daily greetings and check-ins. Most English for Beginners courses teach students to open a conversation by saying, hello, how are you? And replying, I am fine, thank you. And you? While there is nothing wrong with that, it can sound a bit robotic if you repeat it every single day.
To sound more like a native speaker, try using daily check-ins like, how's it going? What have you been up to? Or how is life treating you?
Let us break down how to respond to these greetings naturally. If someone asks you, how is it going? A native speaker rarely says, I am fine. Instead, they say, pretty good, can't complain, or not too bad.
Can't complain is such a classic native expression. It simply means that your life is going well and you have no major problems. Practicing these simple greetings gives you great English listening practice whenever you watch or listen to native speakers.
That brings us to our third category, everyday technology vocabulary, 30-minute English listening practice. Technology is a massive part of our daily routines. Knowing how to talk about phones, computers, and the internet naturally is essential for modern English for daily life.
Absolutely, David. Think about how often we talk about tech issues. Instead of saying, my phone battery is finished, a native speaker says, my phone is dead, or my battery is drained.
Or when your computer stops working suddenly, you don't say, my computer died forever. You say, my computer crashed, or the screen froze. Another very common phrase is glitchy. If an app or website is working slowly or making errors, you can say, this app is acting a bit glitchy today. Using these modern terms makes your daily English conversation practice feel current and relevant. Now let us move to category number 4, conversation smoothers and natural fillers. Emily, many learners panic when they need a brief moment to think during a conversation. They pause awkwardly or worry about making a silence. How do native speakers handle those pauses? Native speakers use conversational filler words to keep their speech flowing effortlessly. Words like honestly, actually, to be fair, and give your brain a quick second to assemble your thoughts without interrupting the natural rhythm of your sentence.
Let us see how these words function in a real sentence. If someone asks for your opinion on a new smartphone app, instead of pausing silently, you can say, honestly, I thought the interface was a bit complicated, but to be fair, the new features are incredible.
Notice how those small transition words make the sentence sound polished, relaxed, and authentic. That is why targeted English listening practice is so effective. It trains your ear to catch these subtle conversational connectors.
Now let us move to category number 5, expressing agreement and disagreement softly. In daily life, agreeing or disagreeing politely is crucial for effective communication.
When you agree with someone completely, instead of just saying, I agree, you can say, I couldn't agree more, or I'm with you on that. These expressions show strong support and enthusiasm during your English speaking practice.
And what if you disagree with someone, Emily? How do native speakers express a different opinion without sounding rude or aggressive?
Native speakers use softening phrases to show respect before sharing a different viewpoint. You can say, I see where you're coming from, but, or fair enough, but have you considered?
The phrase, I see where you're coming from, acknowledges the other person's perspective first. This makes your disagreement sound constructive, polite, and mature, which is ideal for anyone looking to learn English for professional or personal settings.
Our 6th category covers everyday phrasal verbs you need to know. Phrasal verbs are combinations of a verb and a preposition that create a new meaning. They are used constantly in casual spoken English.
Let us look at 5 high-frequency phrasal verbs that native speakers use every single day. First, figure out. To figure something out means to understand or solve a problem. For example, don't worry, we will figure out a solution together.
Second phrasal verb, catch up. To catch up means to talk to someone you haven't seen in a while and learn about what has happened in their life. You can say, let us meet for lunch this weekend and catch up.
Third phrasal verb, turn out. This means to happen in a particular way, often surprisingly. For example, I was worried about the exam, but it turned out to be much easier than I expected.
Fourth phrasal verb, run into. To run into someone means to meet a person unexpectedly, by chance. For example, you won't believe it, but I ran into an old school friend at the grocery store yesterday.
Fifth phrasal verb, bring up. To bring something up means to mention a topic in a conversation. For example, I am glad you brought up that idea during the meeting.
Mastering these 5 daily phrasal verbs will immediately improve English listening comprehension and make your spoken English sound remarkably fluid.
Now let us move to category number 7, real-life conversation scenarios. To help our listeners put all these words together, Emily and I are going to demonstrate natural conversational dialogues that you can practice shadowing at home.
Scenario A, meeting a friend at a local coffee shop.
David, imagine we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks.
Hey, Emily, how's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Hey, David. Pretty good, thanks. I have been totally swamped with work lately, but things are finally calming down. How have you been?
Can't complain. I was actually hoping we could grab coffee today and catch up on everything.
That sounds awesome. I would love to. Let us figure out what to order.
Notice how natural and effortless that exchange felt. We used greetings like, "How is it going?" Native adjectives like swamped, and phrasal verbs like catch up and figure out in just a few short sentences. Now, let us look at scenario B, discussing daily work routines and technology issues. Emily, you look a bit stressed today. Is everything okay? Honestly, my laptop completely crashed this morning while I was finishing an important presentation. I spent 2 hours trying to figure out how to restore my files. Oh no, I get it. That is so frustrating when technology acts glitchy. To be fair, you handled the situation really calmly. Thanks, David. I'm with you on that. I definitely need a relaxing coffee break now to recharge. In scenario B, we demonstrated how mixing tech vocabulary with everyday filler words creates genuine emotional connection and empathy during a casual chat, making it ideal English conversation for beginners. Now, let us discuss category number 8, the shadowing technique for daily practice. Learning native words is only the first step. To speak them automatically without hesitation, you must train your speech muscles through active English speaking practice. Shadowing is the process of listening to a native English speaker and repeating their exact words split seconds after they speak them. You mirror their rhythm, stress, tone, and pronunciation. Doing just 10 minutes of shadowing daily with our Easy English podcast episodes will train your brain to think directly in English, eliminating the need to translate from your native language in your head. Let us summarize the key takeaways from today's lesson. First, swap basic textbook adjectives for expressive words like exhausted, swamped, and beat. Second, adopt natural daily check-ins like how is it going and can't complain. Third, use technology terms like crashed and glitchy. Fourth, use phrasal verbs like catch up, catch back up, and run into. Fifth, practice daily shadowing to turn passive vocabulary into active fluency. Applying these simple, everyday English words and phrases step by step will transform your communication skills, build your speaking confidence, and help you speak naturally in any situation.
If you found this lesson helpful and enjoyed learning with us today, please take a quick moment to like this video, leave a comment with your favorite new word, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create even more practical, high-quality lessons for learners around the world.
Thank you so much for giving us your focus and spending your time with us today. Keep building your daily vocabulary. Stay dedicated to your journey. Smash that like button. Pass this along to a friend who needs a confidence boost. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our next vibe-filled session right here on Clarity English Practice.